Good afternoon. This is Paul with Ben, and I've known this guy. Let me introduce him. Why don't you go give your introduction?
Yeah, so Ben Joanis here, New Jersey local home buyers, local investor here and in the area, Essex County, and so on and so forth.
And where are we right now?
We are in Keller Williams, my office in Keller Williams, where I host my license. I'm also an agent, so.
All right.
Yeah.
I just came to interview him. We're just doing some videos, and I thought it would be good for me to just have a live conversation with Ben. I've known him for about 4 years.
Yep, roundabout.
And the funny conversation the funny thing is that I sent him a message on my.
No, I sent you a message. I sent him a message. Don't let him fool you. I sent him a message 4 years ago and never once responded. And he randomly sends me a screenshot of it. Oh my God, I forgot. I never responded to your email 4 years later.
It was a Facebook message, and back then I didn't really use Facebook Messenger, and so it's actually something I've actually started using this past couple of months, and I've actually been getting a lot of leads through that myself. Actually,
That's great. No,
yeah.
As have I. It's a good platform. Obviously, social media, I feel is the way of the future. As annoying as much of a time suck that it is,
Yeah.
It's a great way for us to in the business. I know for myself, I generate leads from it pretty consistently, and let my friends and family and colleagues know what I do, what I'm looking for, and it's a great way for me to consistently put my message out.
Right. Let me ask you just a couple. This is gonna be kind of like an interview. I'm gonna shoot off some questions, and so. I guess you can give me a background of what you did before you became an investor.
Okay, so before I got into this side of the business, I used to be a banker. I worked for JP Morgan Chase. I was a financial advisor there. I was there for about, 3 or 4 years. And prior to that, I've been in other shops and on Wall Street. Really, the reason why I switched over, man, I got tired of working for other people.
Okay.
I realized no other better way to say it. Looking for financial freedom, and I was fortunate enough that I got myself a sugar mama. see, honey, I give you a shout out. I was fortunate enough that my wife was able to support my decision to quit my job and be a stay-at-home dad for the first year. And I took the opportunity to really educate myself into real estate. It's the one asset class from all my experience in the financial services. I've noticed that didn't care about any barrier. You can buy a house. If you're in the military, you can buy a house with no money down. If you FHA 3.5% down, you can buy up to 4 units with that.
Right.
So it's the one asset class I found that the barrier of entry is lowest, and it's open to everybody, regardless of your background or level of education or how much money you have to make. Hell, you can buy a house with no money, as I've said. So because of that, I decided to really get to understand the asset class and how I can benefit it and how I can monetize it for myself and my family.
Okay, cool. So let me, because the audience that I think that are going to be watching this are going to be agents, investors, as well as small business owners. Can you name one or two obstacles or things that you've overcome that you think are going to benefit the people that are watching this right now?
Yes. I mean, I can definitely think of a few. I'm still going through some of them. I would say fear. Les Brown, big motivational speaker of mine. I love him.
Les Brown?
Les Brown.
Okay.
I listen to him almost every morning. He says one thing all the time, and other motivational speakers have used that same sentence. But fear is the false evidence appearing real, and that's the one thing I've felt in the beginning was you're afraid of everything. You're afraid of you get so comforted in the concept and the idea of getting a weekly paycheck. At the end of the 2 weeks, you got to make it till Friday, and paycheck's coming because you put in your time, and taking the leap and believing in yourself and going out there on your own. It's the most you could really tell somebody you have a guaranteed, no way you'll fail. This is guaranteed to be successful for you. You'd still be afraid to take the leap because part of you is gonna miss getting that security blanket.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yep.
And frankly, it's in my opinion, it's false because you work for if you're working with someone else, someone else signs your check, my friend,
Right.
there's no guarantee.
That's
so
exactly
if they don't
true.
want you
Yeah.
next month, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's the one
So
thing.
how would you say to overcome that fear?
The best way to overcome it, honestly, it's just do it. You can build yourself as much as you can. Listen to motivational speakers, educate yourself in whatever field you want to get into, whether it's to be in real estate like myself, or you want to be a baker, or you want to own your own pharmacy, whatever. You educate yourself as much as you can in the topic to try to reduce the fear that you will inevitably feel, but really ultimately comes down to you got to get it. You got to go in head first.
Right.
Burn the boats, leave no option of return.
But I think one of the things that I think is important is getting over the fear and taking action.
Correct.
But I think also accepting the fact that you're gonna make mistakes.
Correct.
Because I'm sure you as an investor, when you rehab houses or you've done deals, you've come across
that.
obstacles.
Correct. I mean, my biggest statement to that is it goes fail early and fail often.
Yeah.
If you can do that, make your mistakes early, because one, they won't cost you as much, and two, if you do them often enough, I hope you learn from your lesson, from your mistakes, so you don't repeat them again, and you actually get to be better for the next opportunities or challenges that come your way. But the biggest thing is to fail early and fail often. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is the way to success. No, it is the way to success. Without failure, we have no success. Success is meaningless without failure, because you don't get to appreciate all the sacrifices and all the late nights, all the unpaid bills and collection calls and everything else. It's part of the struggle, but it gets you to appreciate when you do finally make it. You get that first $100,000 check. You get that feeling of pure satisfaction, or even the first $2,000 check. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. First check. I
Just
still
your first
remember
check.
my first check.
Correct. As do I. It took me 11 months to make $2,000. It was the best $2,000 I've ever made, because I've I felt it. I've experienced it. And it was proof to myself that I can do this.
Right.
I don't have to lean on a company or a boss or whatever to make my future for me. I am, the captain of my soul. I mean, all that stuff is kooky, but it's true.
Right.
You constantly have to, motivate yourself and continue to push forward, because
I think that
success.
One of the things that I really was motivating for me was the fact that I think you went to a Tony Robbins like a couple of months ago, I think.
UPW, Unleash the Power Within, in Chicago.
Right, and for those if you're watching this, go to YouTube and type in "Stay Hungry." I think
Stay hungry. We share motivational stuff with each other all the time, guys.
Stay Hungry.
It's
by hey Rob, I just want to say hi. I see you, Joseph Perez. Hey, how are you? Thanks for watching. So watch that video, "Stay Hungry" by Tony Robbins.
One thing I actually do now every morning, and my buddy Walter Cabero, give you a shout out, buddy. He recommended this, and I've been doing this now every morning, where I get up, first thing I do is I go on YouTube. They sell that stuff, and they have them all for free. You don't have to pay for them. You type in motivation for the morning.
Yeah.
It's usually about 15-20 minutes, something. Some of them will go as high as half an hour. I kid you not. Put it on headphones. You can still do it in bed. This is how crazy this thing works. Put it in bed, listen to it. I kid you not, you will not be in that bed past 15 minutes.
Yep.
Because all of a sudden, man, you have this guy saying, get up before, get it moving, get your life in order, just, you can do it. And just all of a sudden, you feel like, the coach is pushing you along.
Yeah.
And frankly, you need these little things to help move you along. I mean, we're in a polar vortex this week, so trust me, there's going to be a lot of temptation for me to just stay in bed. You go, it's too cold out today.
Yeah.
But I realized that, if I don't get up to, make my dreams come true, nobody's gonna do it for me. So I have to. It's not an option.
Yep, I agree. Yeah.
Same goes for you guys. Any one of you who are starting out, getting started, looking for excuses, they're a dime a dozen. You'll find them anywhere. Just have to talk and you come up with an excuse. However, I would say take action, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to fail. It is part of it.
Right.
Fall flat on your face. It's at least you tried.
That's right. I agree.
Les Brown said it best. The cemetery is full of failures, people that just didn't try.
That's right. And the same thing is the reason why I'm doing Facebook Live and I'm doing more videos.
Let's get out of his comfort zone, guys.
It is. I mean, for him too. He's a natural. I'm telling you.
I don't know. I like to talk a lot, but I'm not.
All right. So hopefully we'll see you guys, whoever you guys are watching. If you're local here.
Hey, Andrew. I see you.
I see Andrew. How are you, Andrew? Anything that you want to impart wisdom to anybody that's watching for, whether you're an investor or an agent or, you're a small business owner, I have to say something like, a lot of people, I think, don't really, like, for me, I think agents, I give them a lot of, props because they do a lot. They work on the weekends, open houses, and, I don't know about you, but when you sell houses, I give them 6% full commission.
Flat out.
Yeah.
I don't contest it.
Right.
Go right to them. Because at the end of the day, they're working for me. They're selling my house. I mean, I want them to be happy.
Yep.
To be able to quickly do it for me. But that's besides, forget about the money though. The biggest thing I'd say for agents, especially agents when they're starting out, is the mentality of this is a job. And that's the issue a lot of times I run into agents. Well, they treat it as if it's a job.
As a job. Okay.
And it's not. It's your business. It's your brand. You need to start telling people what you do. Undercover agents are a dime a dozen. Oh, yeah, I'm an agent. Undercover, that's what they are, man. They sit there like,
oh, man.
Then you find, oh, I'm an agent. You never called me. You're like, well, you don't tell nobody what you do. How do you expect me to know? So that's the biggest thing. If you're an agent, you want to be an agent, you want to be successful in this business, tell everybody that you do. And to a point where you're knowingly saying it.
Yeah.
The more you say it, the more you do it, the more you believe it, the more, you're going to be it. Fake it till you make it. I don't care.
Right.
Just started out, I don't care. I'm an agent. Just go out there and say it to everybody.
So if you're an agent that's watching this, how would they contact you? Or for that matter, you're whether you're a wholesaler, maybe you got a property that you're trying to sell, how would they contact you?
Well, the easiest way to get me will be through my website, njlocalhomebuyers.com, njlocalhomebuyers.com. Go right to the site. My phone number is on there. You can message me directly, send me a quick notes, want to chat. I'm never afraid to, drink coffee or get lunch. Anybody want to buy me something? I'm just saying. And yeah, I'd love to chat, tell people, how I built my business is through referrals.
Yeah.
I constantly tell people what I do. I'm never afraid to sit down and talk to newer agents, newer investors, even business owners, because my business, I say, is simple as everybody needs a place to live, everybody has a house, you never know where your deal's going to come from, and
right.
I'm happily, if I ever get a referral, I pay out handsomely, very generous, so please give me a shout.
All right. So every Wednesday, I'm gonna go Facebook Live and interviewing some interesting characters.
This guy. First of all, he forgets me. He doesn't. 4 years later. Yeah, I can show. Thanks for showing up, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. See you. Bye.